A hug is never just a simple gesture. Many people look at a hug and see only a moment of kindness, comfort, or affection. But what most people don't realize is that the way a man embraces you can reveal feelings he may never openly express. The duration, the pressure, the distance between your bodies, the position of his hands, and whether he wants to stay close or quickly pull away can all communicate something deeper. Sometimes, a hug says what words are unable to say. Every time a man holds you, there is a message hidden within that moment. It can reveal whether he feels connected to you, whether he is protecting himself emotionally, whether he is curious about where things could go, or whether he simply sees you as someone in his life without romantic feelings. The problem is that many women assume every hug carries the same meaning. They see a quick goodbye hug, a casual side hug, or a long emotional embrace, and believe they are all just different versions of the same thing. But they are not. A man's hug often reflects what is happening internally. While women may use hugs mainly as a way to create emotional connection, offer support, or show warmth, men often use physical closeness as a way of expressing feelings they struggle to put into words. When you begin understanding these subtle signals, you start seeing hugs differently. You begin noticing the emotions behind the action. There are 5 important types of hugs that reveal different levels of connection. Each one tells a different story about where his emotions are, what he may be feeling, and how comfortable he truly is with you. Some hugs create distance. Some show curiosity and uncertainty. And one particular type of hug carries so much emotion and vulnerability that it reveals a man who is no longer hiding behind his defenses. Most people never learn how to recognize these differences. They focus only on the fact that he hugged them, but they miss the meaning behind how he did it. Once you understand these signs, you can gain a clearer sense of where you stand without needing him to explain everything. Let's begin with the first type of hug, because this is the one you probably don't want to receive from someone you have feelings for. Many women see a quick, casual hug from a man and assume he is simply being polite. They think it is just his personality, or maybe he is trying to be respectful. But there is a difference between a warm, genuine hug and what is often called the friendly distance hug. This is the kind of hug where he turns slightly to the side, uses only one arm, gives a quick shoulder squeeze, and maybe adds a small pat on the back before immediately letting go. It looks like a hug, but emotionally, it creates a boundary. The reason this matters is because many men understand that a full, close embrace can create a different kind of energy between two people. A deeper hug can feel intimate. It can create emotional tension and invite closeness. So when a man wants to keep things comfortable and avoid sending romantic signals, he may naturally choose a more distant style of affection. During this type of hug, he is often maintaining space. His body may stay slightly turned away. He avoids bringing his entire body close. His arms do just enough to make the gesture friendly, but not enough to create intimacy. That quick pat on the back often becomes a silent signal that the moment is ending. However, this does not automatically mean he dislikes you. It simply suggests that he may not currently see the relationship in a romantic way. He may enjoy your company, respect you, and genuinely think you are a wonderful person, but his emotions are staying within the boundaries of friendship. The difficult truth is that if this is the only type of hug you receive from someone you are interested in, he is probably not experiencing the deeper emotional pull that makes a person want to move closer. He is comfortable, but he is not feeling that desire to create more connection. When a man feels strong attraction, his natural instinct is usually to move closer, not create distance. So if every interaction ends with this type of quick, detached embrace, it may be his way of showing where his comfort level currently is. But remember, emotions can change. A distant hug does not mean things can never develop. It only reflects the energy between you at that moment. It means there is not enough emotional or romantic tension yet to make him step forward. And before you start analyzing every hug you have ever received, understand this. There is another type of hug that is much more confusing. It is not a clear rejection, but it is not a clear sign of deep attraction either. This is the hug of a man who is curious, cautious, and still trying to understand what he feels. And this next type of embrace can reveal much more than his words, because it shows the stage where attraction and uncertainty meet. Now pay attention to the details of this kind of embrace, because the smallest things often reveal the most. One of the biggest clues is where his hands naturally go when he holds you. If his hands rest around your lower back, that usually shows a deeper level of comfort and closeness. The lower back is a more personal area, not necessarily in a sexual way, but in a way that creates a feeling of intimacy. It communicates that he feels comfortable allowing you into his personal space. It quietly says, "I'm okay being close to you." But if his hands remain higher, around your shoulders or the middle of your back, it can show that he is still keeping a little emotional distance. He may like you, he may enjoy the connection, but there is still a part of him that is being cautious and controlling his emotions. However, when his hands naturally move lower and he gently pulls you closer, that is often when you notice a shift. It shows that he is relaxing his defenses. He is no longer thinking only about what is appropriate or what he should do. He is responding to what he feels in that moment. And here is something many people underestimate about a lingering embrace. Men often remember those moments afterward. A hug that feels meaningful does not always end when the arms separate. Sometimes it continues in his thoughts. He may replay how it felt, remember the comfort of being close to you, and find himself wondering when he will experience that feeling again. That is often the moment when you begin occupying more space in his mind. The connection becomes something he carries with him even when you are not around. But there is an important difference to understand. A lingering embrace, even though it can show strong attraction, still contains a certain amount of control. He is allowing himself to get close, but he is still aware of his surroundings. He may still be thinking about how long the hug should last, what other people might think, or whether he is revealing too much. It is attraction mixed with restraint, desire balanced with caution, but there is another level beyond this, a moment where the hesitation disappears, where he is no longer focused on maintaining control, and where emotion becomes stronger than logic. This is the type of embrace that reveals something much deeper. This fourth type of hug separates simple attraction from genuine emotional attachment, because, in this moment, he is no longer trying to manage how he appears. He is simply responding to what he feels. This is the desperate embrace. This is not the type of hug that happens casually at a social gathering or during an ordinary tidy goodbye. It happens during moments that carry emotional weight. Maybe he has been away and finally sees you again. Maybe you shared something deeply personal. Maybe there is a possibility of losing time together, and suddenly words feel too small to express what he feels. So instead of explaining, he pulls you closer. The desperate embrace comes from a man who is emotionally invested. It is beyond simple attraction. It is beyond curiosity. It is a moment where his feelings have become impossible to hide. Inside him, there can be a powerful mix of emotions happening all at once. His heart may race, his chest may feel heavy. He may struggle to express what he is feeling because the emotions are stronger than the words available to him. In that moment, He is not thinking about appearing confident or staying emotionally guarded. He is thinking about how much you matter, how much your presence affects him, and how painful it would feel to lose the connection he has with you. The way this hug happens is different. His arms do not simply rest around you. They hold you completely. There is no casual distance, no quick release, no feeling that he is waiting for the moment to end. It feels like he is trying to memorize the moment. His face may rest against your hair, your shoulder, or the side of your neck. Instead of pulling away to regain control, he allows himself to stay there. The usual rules of time disappear because, in that moment, the only thing that matters is being close to you. 5 seconds can feel longer. 10 seconds can feel like a lifetime. The length is not what matters. The emotion behind it is what matters. And this is where many women feel the difference. They can sense his heartbeat. They can sense the change in his breathing. They notice the deep breath he takes while holding them, almost as if he is trying to calm himself and preserve the memory of the moment. That breath is not about being dramatic. It is about grounding himself. It is his body trying to hold on to a feeling that feels powerful. The reason this type of hug is so meaningful is because many men are taught from an early age to hide their emotions. They are often encouraged to stay strong, avoid vulnerability, and keep their deeper feelings protected. So when a man allows himself to hold someone this way, he is revealing a part of himself that he usually keeps hidden. He is lowering the walls. He is trusting you with an emotional side that not everyone gets to see. And this is where some people misunderstand these moments. Sometimes a woman may interpret this kind of emotional openness as weakness, neediness, or being too much. She may distance herself because she does not recognize the vulnerability behind the action. But when someone finally shows you a genuine emotional side and feels rejected, they often become more guarded afterward. They remember that moment of vulnerability, and they may become afraid to show it again. So if a man gives you this type of embrace, understand what it represents. It is not just physical closeness. It is him communicating that your presence has emotional importance in his life. It says that losing you would not simply be losing another person. It would mean losing someone who has become meaningful to him. And while this type of hug is powerful, there is still one more level beyond it. A hug that is even deeper. A hug where he is not only revealing his feelings but showing you a part of his identity, his emotions, and his deepest instincts. The fifth hug is different from everything before it. It is the embrace that moves beyond attraction and beyond attachment. It is the moment where love begins to reveal itself. And when a man gives you this kind of embrace from a place of genuine love, something changes inside him. Being close to you creates a sense of peace. The worries of the day, the pressure he carries, and all the noise happening around him seem to disappear for a moment. Because right there, in that space between his arms and yours, his focus is completely on you. This is what makes the protector's embrace different from the desperate one. The desperate embrace comes from the fear of losing you. It comes from a powerful emotional moment where he wants to hold on because the thought of separation feels painful. But the protector's embrace comes from something deeper. It is not about panic. It is not about fear. It is calm, steady, and intentional. It is the feeling of a man creating a safe place for you. It is him saying without speaking, you don't have to carry everything alone right now. You can relax. You can let yourself be cared for. And this is the moment where something shifts internally for him. He is no longer looking at you as just someone he is spending time with. You become someone he feels deeply connected to, someone he wants to support, defend, and show up for. For many men, love becomes much more meaningful when it is connected to responsibility and care. When they find someone they genuinely want to protect, someone whose happiness matters to them, their feelings often become stronger than simple attraction. Love becomes something they want to act on. During a protector's embrace, you will notice small details that make it different from every other hug. His hold is strong, but never uncomfortable. It feels secure rather than controlling. You feel the difference between someone trying to possess you and someone trying to make you feel safe. His body relaxes around you. His breathing becomes slower. His heartbeat settles. It is almost as if being close to you brings him back to a place where he feels at peace. Sometimes he may rest his chin gently on your head or place his cheek against your hair. These small gestures often happen naturally because he is comfortable in the moment. It is his quiet way of communicating reassurance. I'm here. You're safe. You matter to me. And the most important part of this embrace is that it is not focused on what he receives from you. It is focused on what he wants to give. He wants to create a moment where you do not have to be perfect, where you do not have to pretend you have everything figured out, where you can simply exist and feel accepted. For a man to offer that kind of emotional safety, there must be trust. There must be a deeper connection. He has to see you as more than someone temporary in his life. He has to see you as someone truly important. But here is something many people overlook. Not every man reaches this level of emotional openness. Some people spend their entire lives protecting themselves. They keep their walls high. They avoid becoming vulnerable, because vulnerability feels risky. Some men never experience a connection strong enough to make them lower those defenses. So if you ever receive this kind of embrace from someone, understand that it is not an ordinary moment. Do not dismiss it as just a hug, because sometimes a person communicates what they cannot explain through words. Sometimes a hug reveals emotions that someone is still learning how to express. It can say, "You are different. You matter. I feel something with you that I do not feel with everyone else." Now the question is, why do so many people fail to recognize these different types of hugs? Why do they treat every embrace as if it carries the same meaning? Because many of us are taught to focus on obvious signs. We look for messages, compliments, calls, and the things someone says. We believe that if someone cares, they will simply tell us. But human connection is not only expressed through words. Sometimes the body communicates what the mouth cannot. A person can say all the right things, but their actions and their energy may tell a completely different story. A man can compliment you, talk to you often, and say he cares, but if every physical interaction keeps emotional distance, that may reveal something important. On the other hand, some men are not naturally expressive with words. They may struggle to send long messages, explain their emotions, or openly talk about their feelings. But the way they hold you may reveal everything. The way they stay close. The way they do not want to let go. The way they create comfort and safety. Those moments can sometimes communicate more than 1,000 words. A woman who understands these differences gains something powerful. She learns how to recognize emotional signals instead of constantly searching for answers. She can sense whether someone is opening their heart or keeping a wall between them. She can understand whether she is receiving simple friendliness or whether there is a deeper, emotional connection developing. So now you understand the 5 meaningful types of hugs. The distant, friendly hug shows that he is keeping a boundary. The careful squeeze shows that he is uncertain but still curious. The lingering embrace shows attraction and a desire for closeness. The emotional embrace shows that his feelings have become much deeper, and the protector's embrace reveals a level of care, trust, and emotional attachment that goes beyond simple interest. Once you learn to recognize these differences, you stop feeling confused by mixed signals. Because sometimes his words may hesitate. Sometimes he may struggle to explain what he feels. But his actions, his comfort, and the way he chooses to hold you can reveal a powerful truth. The next time a man hugs you, do not rush past that moment. Notice the details. Notice whether he moves closer or creates distance. Notice how long he stays. Notice whether the hug feels empty or whether it feels meaningful. Because every embrace tells a story. The distant hug creates separation. The cautious hug creates questions. The lingering hug creates connection. The emotional hug reveals vulnerability. The protector's embrace reveals one of the deepest and most meaningful forms of care someone can offer. It is not simply about holding another person close. It is about creating a moment where the other person feels safe, valued, and protected. A protective hug often carries a silent message that says, "I am here for you. You do not have to face everything alone, and your feelings matter to me." This type of embrace comes from a place of genuine concern and emotional connection. It shows that someone is not only attracted to you or interested in you, but that they deeply care about your comfort, your peace, and your emotional well-being. When you learn to understand the hidden language behind different types of hugs, you begin to see relationships from a much deeper perspective. A hug can reveal emotions that someone may struggle to express with words. The way a person holds you, the amount of time they stay close, the feeling behind their touch, and the comfort they bring in that moment can all reveal what is happening inside their heart. Sometimes people are not ready to say what they feel because vulnerability can be difficult, but their actions often reveal the truth before their words ever do. The heart has its own way of communicating. It speaks through small gestures, quiet moments, and simple acts of affection that may seem ordinary but carry powerful meaning. A protective embrace, a comforting touch, or a hug that makes you feel completely accepted can reveal a level of emotional attachment that words cannot always describe. When someone chooses to hold you in a way that makes you feel secure, it often shows a desire to be a source of strength and support in your life. Understanding these subtle signs can help you recognize the emotions that exist beneath the surface. Not every expression of love is loud or dramatic. Sometimes the strongest feelings are shown through the smallest actions. The way someone embraces you may tell a story about their intentions, their feelings, and the place you hold in their life. Learn to notice these moments, because sometimes the heart speaks through actions long before it finds the courage to speak through words. If this changed the way you look at hugs, emotional connection, and relationships, share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to Relationship Truth, Matthew Hussey, for more insights into love, attraction, and human behavior, and let us know which of these 5 hugs surprised you the most. Your perspective might help someone else understand the hidden messages behind the gestures they experience every day.